right, so to make this video quick so I can be done with it, I'm just going to point out a couple things that are good and some things that are bad about actually PG an account. So I will start with what I think is bad about PG in an account. One thing that I think is bad about PG in an account is the fact that you are PG in it, which means the business cannot necessarily support the weight of the debt that the company may have on its own. That is your ultimate goal, and that is the best way to effectively separate your two credit profiles, is to have them each stand on their own legs, if you could say, without having to use your personal to PG it. Sorry. Another thing that I don't like about PGing is the fact that it pulls your credit. So you'll have an inquiry. So when they're looking at you for, and like I said, for the Staples account, once you apply for that, you'll see an inquiry on your personal credit. So I don't necessarily like that. It does interfere, but if you're an individual who knows how to remove those inquiries, then you should be fine, because you don't get penalized if you apply for a lot of credit on the business side. You only get penalized if you are applying for that credit on the business side and it is pulling your personal credit, which is resulting in giving you an inquiry. If it doesn't do that, then I'd say go have a great time and go try to get whatever credit you can, because it's not pulling your personal credit and you really don't get hit too hard for inquiries on the business side at all. So that is the cons, I would say, for PGing. And then I'll give you a couple things that I do like about PGing. One thing I do like about PGing is it makes you a bit more responsible as an individual, because you don't want the business to go belly up. That's one thing you don't want, but you also don't want it to go belly up and then these companies coming after you for the money. So it means that if you PG, a lot of times you'll be a bit more responsible, because you don't want anything to happen to you. You'll make sure that those bills are paid, they're paid on time, they're paid early, because you know if it doesn't, not only are they going to come after you, but now that debt is going to show up on your credit report. And who wants to work all that, work that hard to make your business credit look good just to tarnish it by missing a payment or having several late payments, and now they have to come after you. So I do think it's good, because it will make you a bit more responsible, because I know that you individuals want to protect what you've done, your work. Another thing I like about PGing is you get more credit. I mean, these are facts. I mean, unless you've been around for 20 some odd years, and you have a very, very healthy credit profile, and I'm stretching it when I say 25 years, but it does look good the older the company is. But I've seen people do this in 10 years, where they have a very, very healthy credit profile on the business side, and they can just get whatever they want without having to PG. And that is, of course, the ultimate goal. But if you're not, and you can't do that right now, it's okay to PG. So I like it, because at least I know if I'm asked to guarantee this account, I have a better chance of getting approved, because my personal credit is good. So it's almost like taking a gamble on yourself. I wouldn't PG if my credit's bad, but you can if it's very, very good, because you stand a very good chance to getting approved on the business side. Now, a lot of people do ask me, and I'll throw this in before I go. Can you have a business that you started but PG it with someone else's social? Yes, yes, and yes. I absolutely know someone now that has a lot of business credit, but they did it because they added their mother's social, and they made her the personal guarantor. She's an older lady. She has very good credit. She's in the 800s, and everything that he gets, when he applies for credit, he absolutely gets it. No doubt about it. He's going to be approved, because she has great credit scores, great credit history. So it looks good for him. So although she co-signed for him, and that's something I don't necessarily agree with, but like I said, if you're a responsible individual, if it's somebody that you trust and they trust you, then I don't think anything's wrong with it. I've seen people do this with their fathers. I've seen people do this with their spouses. Yes, you can PG the account with someone else's social. And what I think is crazy about it, and let me throw another negative in here really quick. What I do think is crazy about it is if the individual whose social you use, if they are not paying attention to their credit, they'll never know that you PG. They'll never know that you use their information and they got a new inquiry on their credit. I don't like that an individual is not necessarily notified. And even if an account is opened up and created, it's not like the person that got that guarantee gets something in the mail saying, hey, you're the guarantor for the account. So I don't like that, but that is why I am a big stickler on protecting your private information. Protect your social, protect your private information, because things like that can happen. It can slip into the wrong person's hand, and next thing you know, you're guaranteeing a whole lot of businesses from somebody you don't know, maybe somebody you do know, but you didn't even know. So that is the part that is a little scary. But other than that, business credit does allow you the opportunity to co-sign for yourself. You don't have to depend on anybody else. And now you can go out and get that car that you want on the business credit side. Put your name down as a personal guarantor, and now you can have all those things that you want without having to add anybody else in your business. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope this was interesting. And as I'm always going to say, it doesn't matter if you actually operate and run your business, okay? What matters, especially when we're just talking about credit cards, is just that the business is open and you can keep on paying your bills as you should, on time, before time, and to keep building that business credit profile and to make sure your personal credit profile is healthy. So it's very easy to get this money, other people's money, to further advance your dreams and goals. So I hope I was able to help you and teach you something new. Happy Friday. This is Shamika. Subscribe and share if you would. I appreciate it. And you guys have a good one.